Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our Power of the Patch presentation. I'm Gregory Mascari from up here in Bozeman, Montana. I'm very excited to share with you a patented breakthrough in wearable light technology. So let's just get this show started. I'd like to start out by establishing a couple of foundations I think we can all agree on. Number one, health is our greatest wealth, and most people don't value it properly until it's at risk. And that happened to me a number of years ago, and I'm glad that I turned the corner and regained my health. But it is the greatest wealth. And number two, I'd like to also make note that the symptoms of aging and disease are not fun. Whether it's dental issues, brain fog, or joint or fine lines and wrinkles, or maybe it's cardiovascular or even worse. The symptoms of aging disease are just not fun. And I got to tell you, I remember when I could work all day and party all night, then get up tomorrow and do it again. But as the old saying and the old song goes, those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end. Well, the problem is the older we get, the faster we age and the slower we heal. And that's due to a natural decline in our body's number one repair system, stem cells. In fact, by the age 30, they've decreased by about 50%. By age 60, only a small percentage remains active. And that's why, a young lad falls down and skins his knee. 3 days later, the scab falls off. Grandma falls down, skins her knee, breaks her hip, and she's lucky if she ever gets out of the hospital. That's because of a lack of stem cells in our bodies to renew and repair itself. Well, I finally figured out what I want to be when I get older. I want to be younger. And I bet many of you can relate to that. We're going to talk about some ways that we can maybe make that work for you. And so let me start by asking two personal questions. If you could change one thing in your health or in the health of someone you love and care for, what would it be? What one thing would just make life better for you or someone you love and care for? And number two, what impact would reducing or eliminating that issue have on yours or their quality of life? It could be wonderful, could be magnificent. And I just want to make note that our products are not designed or intended to heal, treat, cure, or diagnose any disease. They do, however, help get our bodies into a healthier, more regenerative mode, and many times wonderful things then begin to happen. So let me ask you, if I could show you a safe and affordable way to change the trajectory of your aging, so you could look, feel, and live younger, longer, would you be interested? Well, I suspect most of you would, unless you're one of my grandkids. It's because, they just have all the energy and vigor in life. But here's the good news. No matter what age you are, the X39 wearable light technology is truly a historic breakthrough in holistic wellness. It's a new patented and inexpensive wearable patch. It's affordable, it's safe, it's non-invasive and drug-free, and it's a unique and patented form of phototherapy, which uses very specific frequencies of light to increase and improve your health and wellness while supporting your body's innate ability to heal itself. Now, I'm going to share with just a little short video, a new video we just recently released that talks a little bit about X39 and the benefits of getting on this magnetic.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that could support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Wow, what a cool video. They just came out about a week ago, and it's very exciting. Glad to be able to share that with you here tonight. Let me share a little bit about X39. And we call it the power of the patch, and it's based on the science of photobiomodulation. And LifeWave patches contain very specific combinations of organic materials and nanocrystals. And when they're applied or near your body, they're activated by our own infrared body heat, or the light of our body. And then they begin to re-emit very specific wavelengths of light that stimulate targeted and beneficial biochemical responses in our body. This is the scientific basis of LifeWave phototherapy patches, well known and well recognized around the world. And this is David Schmidt, our visionary founder and CEO. And David is not only a brilliant scientist and researcher, he's a genius inventor with over 135 patents and patent pendings. And he's been on the leading edge of phototherapy and research and science for 24 years. David's already conducted over 80 clinical studies proving the efficacy of LifeWave's phototherapy products, and many more studies are in the works because LifeWave is a very science-based company. Now, we're a 20-year-old pioneer in life technologies. And back in 2000, this amazing life-enhancing technology was originally developed by David as for exclusive use with U.S. Navy SEALs to increase their battle-ready strength, stamina, and performance without the use of drugs, stimulants, or caffeine. It turned out to be so effective, David decided to found LifeWave and bring this amazing technology to the masses. In 2010, they established their manufacturing, international distribution, IT, and global customer service in Ireland. In 2024, we just opened our new global headquarters in Draper, Utah. And in that global headquarters, we have a state-of-the-art space-age welcome center. And this is a picture of the outside of our new global headquarters. And on the next slide, I'm going to show you some pictures from the inside within that welcome center. We already have distribution over 80 countries with our 16 global distribution centers. And this is just a few snapshots of what it's like to walk into our new global welcome center, which was designed by the set designer on Star Trek. And it's like walking into the Starship Enterprise when you walk in there. It's going to be open for touring as of November 1st. You'll have to make appointments 2 weeks in advance through your upline senior presidential director. But this is a showcase facility. The tour takes about 30 minutes, and it's a sight and sensory experience that you won't want to miss. So let's talk about our focus. And for the last 14 years, it's been anti-aging and regenerative science. And back in 2019, LifeWave released the X39 patch, which many are calling the holy grail of health, healing, and regeneration. Truly a historic and affordable breakthrough in wellness technology, doing what the multi-billion-dollar companies and big pharma have not been able to do, and that is, when used in conjunction with proper nutrition and hydration, you need to have the raw materials in your body. X39 has then been proven to activate a very specific copper peptide that supports and enhances stem cell activity while also altering gene expression towards a younger and more vibrant you. And yes, we have patents. Yes, we have clinical studies. Yes, we have field results proving that X39 is actually turning back your biological clock, helping people to look, feel, and perform and live younger people of all ages. So let's talk about some of the benefits you might experience if you choose to try the X39 patch, which we certainly hope you do. And the first would be energy. And energy certainly is a currency of life. And using X39 daily leads to an increase in cellular energy. And from the very first day of use, you'll probably feel less fatigued and more energetic. And along with energy is better sleep. And using X39 daily leads to an improvement in the quality and quantity of sleep. Most people report their sleep's deeper and longer. And how about sports performance? X39 actually improves both sports performance and recovery after exercise. In fact, some X39 users over the age of 50 have reported feeling stronger and more fit than they were back in their 20s and 30s. And so the LifeWave patches are so powerful, they're now used by pro and amateur athletes around the world in almost every sport. The media's begin to notice, you know what, you might also, if you look carefully at the bodies of some of your favorite athletes and Olympians, and you see the auspicious little white patches, and that is LifeWave. So another major benefit of X39 is pain relief, and most people notice a reduction of pain within minutes of application. Certainly the pain relieving qualities of X39 need to be experienced to be believed. And how about brain function? Anybody getting occasional brain fog? Well, many people report improved memory, focus, and cognitive function using X39, and we have clinical studies proving of those benefits. And wound healing. X39 actually helps support the natural wound healing process. In people's wound healing is sometimes cut in half, whether it's a small burn, cut, owie, or maybe it's a minor or major surgical procedure. X39 and the increase in stem cells in your body significantly reduces the time necessary for wound healing. For example, look at these results. This gentleman on the left, he's been using the products only 8 weeks, and look at the difference in his skin, the color, and even the light in his eyes. People report just feeling more alert, more awake, and more of themselves. And the next lady over, after 4.5 months, look at the reduction of the fine lines and wrinkles, the lips, her cheeks, her chin, and her neck. Significant benefits, age reversal and increase in collagen production. And the lad down on the bottom left, clipped the end of his finger off in a door. Parents rushed him to the hospital. Doctor says there's no sense sewing it back on. It's going to die off. It's not going to work. But they insisted the doctor do it. So he did. And it wasn't looking good a week or so later, but they were using the X39 patch. And after 8 weeks, the scabs all came off, and it's like it never happened. Oh my gosh. And this last gentleman on the right, working in the attic, fell through the ceiling, broke 6 ribs, and punctured his lung. You think he was in pain? Extreme pain, of course. Expected recovery. His doctor said, you're going to be out of work for at least 6 weeks. But with X39, he was back to work in 3 weeks. And look at the difference from June 17th to June 30th. Not even quite 2 weeks. And look at the difference, the reduction of inflammation and bruising. Okay, what else might you expect? Well, X39 speeds recovery after radiation treatment. And this woman, you can see on June 6th, got a radiation treatment. And you can see the progressive healing going on between June 6th and June 23rd. But you're going to be amazed when you see her on June 30th, and you can't even tell she ever had the procedure. So amazing, certainly cut her healing time probably in less than half. Okay, and wrinkle reduction. I'm sorry, wrinkle reduction results don't happen as fast as pain relief and energy and better sleep. But wrinkle reduction does occur, and we suggest it when you start on X39, you take pictures because it becomes very noticeable over an 8 to 12 week period. And you may not notice it because it's gradual day by day, but you're going to have people saying, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Did you get a facelift? Gosh, you look so good, because you will be noticeably younger, and you'll be happy with that. And the same goes with scar reduction. This is a phenomenon called remodeling, which the stem cells actually go in and remove and break down scar tissue, reduces the appearance of scars. So we encourage you to take pictures before and after. And I just want to warn you, sometimes if you've got scars, it might become a little uncomfortable if you have some previous injuries that aren't 100% healed. You know, sometimes there's a little discomfort while the healing process is going on and those old damaged cells are being sloughed off, but you'll be delighted with the results. And finally, hair growth. We've got lots of anecdotal stories of people who've experienced an increase in the quality, quantity, speed of growth of their hair, and some even getting their previous color back, natural color back. So in conclusion, it's all about youth renewal, helping people to look, feel, and live younger, longer, to have a better life, a happier you, a more vital, healthier you, and, you know, to spend with your family. And, you know, it's not the number of candles on the cake. Age is a feeling, not a number. So what are people saying? I'm going to a short little video just with some excerpts of what people are sharing and experience while, you know, from using X39.
X39 has really changed my life. I'm not stuck at home in pain in bed. I'm out here with my friends and enjoying my family.
Big thank you to LifeWave for helping me, helping my family, and helping the 100 people now in our team who are using LifeWave daily and their families. Big thank you. Love the products.
And I have energy through the roof.
I sleep better. I have so much more energy.
Throughout the day, I can focus better. I can concentrate in my work.
Our church worship service lasts 45 minutes. For the last 2 years, I've not been able to stand that long. 2.5 weeks into wearing the X39 patch, the pastor said, "You can now be seated." It dawned on me at that moment that, my goodness, I've been standing this whole time, didn't realize it.
After starting using the technology for approximately 2 weeks, my pain completely disappeared.
32 years of pain gone in 3 days.
I just love the products. They just help me to feel younger and younger year after year.
Thank God for X39.
My skin become younger, softer, firmer.
It's been really amazing.
I love X39 because it really helped reduce the inflammation in my knee. I can now run again. Woohoo!
Woohoo! People are saying about our LifeWave products. You know, what I'd like to do is shift gears and introduce you to a couple of people that are professional health practitioners and leaders in the LifeWave health revolution. And that's Anne Moreau, registered nurse for many decades. And she's going to introduce our special guest doctor that's on with us here today. So thanks for joining us, Anne. I'm going to turn the next portion of the presentation over to you and to Dr. Hubbard.
Thank you, Gregory. What a great presentation. Love the new video. It's beautiful. Well done. So yes, I have the privilege tonight of introducing Dr. Jeffrey Hubbard. Dr. Jeffrey, let's have you pop on. Dr. Jeffrey is he's an MD, so he practiced traditional sick care model, the same as I did for all those years as a nurse. And, you know, so we learned to manage disease, right? And Dr. Jeffrey and I were chatting today about how he just found that he was unable to help his clients to really achieve a state of health that he wanted them to achieve. And so he really shifted in the model of more alternative care. And so, Dr. Jeff, tell me more about how you got involved with this technology, who introduced you, and why did you decide to bring it into your practice?
Well, first of all, thanks so much for that warm introduction. It's a pleasure to be on screen with you and excited to have our discussion tonight. I was introduced by a friend and colleague, Elizabeth O'Feely. We were in another nutritional company together for some time, and she presented this opportunity, said, "I'm really excited about LifeWave, Doc. You need to see this." I'm a sucker for lunch, so she made lunch for me and plopped the 15th anniversary booklet down in my lap. And my immediate thought was, wow, a network marketing company, a direct sale company in the market for 15 years. Why don't I know about this, first of all? And secondly, they must have a really dynamic product and a reputable company to be able to made it that time frame. And so it was really awesome to hear David's perspective about all the bumps in the road along the way, and to see some of the original leaders at the convention talk about the long nights and the dark times and the things when everybody sort of doubted the technology and doubted the company. That's really a testament to perseverance and really amazing company founder and leader, right? So I just thought to myself, wow, if this really works the way that they say that it does, this is a game changer. So it didn't take long for me to get excited. And then, you know, obviously I did some due diligence and research and reading. And I love the fact that there were clinical articles, trials, third-party research that was already there on the website. I didn't have to go searching for it. So I read several of those articles, and it just resonated with me. I was really excited. So that prompted me to get signed up and to try it for myself. And the rest is history, really. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. I had almost an immediate experience. First night, I slept like a baby. I woke up refreshed and ready to go the next day. I thought that was really profound. And I started to notice just how clear I was cognitively and how I had a little bit more pep in my step. So those were all the things that got me motivated.
Wow. So 20 years now too, right? We're
Yeah,
now in
yeah,
the
that
20th
part. Yeah.
year. So 15 years when you got started and now 20 years. So a company that has really sustained a lot over the years and continues to grow by leaps and bounds, right? So how you deal with a lot of people, and I'm sure that since you started a technology, you've had someone or or a story maybe that you might want to share with our audience tonight that really sort of the patches really sort of helped them.
Countless. I mean, I, I'll pick a few, right? I'll pick a couple that I think are really valuable. The first one is what I usually tell people about. You know, Greg did an excellent job explaining how the technology works and kind of giving us a presentation. We talked about, well, we saw some of the various different testimonials that just took place about skin health and skin elasticity and repair of damaged traumatic tissue. So a family friend, I call him my uncle, he and my dad were like this in college, and they have assisted living facilities down in Houston. And once I got excited about the technology, he was one of the first people that I talked about this technology with. And I was planning a trip to go see some family, and I said, well, let me stop in, Unc. I want you to take a couple of samples. And so he was explaining that they have a resident who had developed an ulcer on his leg. Everybody was concerned. You know, obviously that's one of the most concerning elements of running an assisted living facility, is the potential for one of your residents to have to go to the hospital or have to have some sort of intervention. So everybody was tense about how to get this ulcer healed. They had been working on it for like 6 weeks. So this was Friday evening. I get there, we patch him. And granted, let's go back. This is early. I didn't know anything. I wasn't Dr. Jeff yet, right? So at that point, we came back on Sunday, and I was getting ready to drive back to Dallas. Not only had this ulcer shrunk, but it also had already started to scab over. So 6 weeks of various different strategies to try to get this thing to heal. One X39, the same X39 from Friday to Sunday, made such a dramatic change in the ulcer. That was a really big thing for me, and something that really like made the light bulb go off. That was like a really exciting culmination of all the things that I've been reading and experiencing myself, to see it happen in a more clinical setting like that.
Amazing. I mean, ulcers are something that we worked with in the hospital that just sometimes just wouldn't heal. So
Yeah.
it's amazing how this technology is, the skin issues just simply can change things rapidly. So what was the other story? You said maybe a couple. Can you give us another one?
Well, I'll tell you a personal experience. This is kind of like my life wave testimonial. I'm a huge baseball player. You guys, you're really getting the best of me because otherwise I'd be in front of the World Series right now. But I've been playing baseball since I could pick up a bat. So I had some rotator cuff damage and some stuff in my shoulder that really started to bother me. It was difficult to do internal rotation and wash my back and get certain things off the shelf. It was noticeable when I would do various different exercises in the gym that my right side was developing some pain and discomfort and it was weaker than my left side. And about 6 months in, it was repaired. I mean, I had talked to some of my orthopedic buddies and they were telling me, hey, just let me go in and clean it up and repair it. I wasn't really excited about going under the knife in my 30s, but God willing, I was introduced to these patches, and now, I mean, I'm virtually equal on both sides. I mean, there's still a little remnants there, but leaps and bounds better than where it was. And another
Beautiful.
really powerful story that I'll share with you guys was when I traveled to the Philippines. So I have a team in the Philippines, and they are on fire for the patches out there. And we had a big event, and this lady came to the front and we were doing live patching demonstrations. And she took her shoe off, and this ulcer was really profound. I mean, it was, I almost wanted to put on some gloves. That's how bad it was. And I decided, hey, look, I'm going to just put a couple of X39 and some ice wave on you, and let's see what happens. And so we were kind of going in sequential order, patching people and getting them to tell us what their response was. And so we came back to her and we handed her the mic and she just started weeping. And she said, for the first time in 6 years, I don't have any pain. And it was so powerful, guys. I mean, I can't even begin to explain to you. I'm kind of even still a little emotional about it right now. It was, the spirit was moving in that place. And to know that we were able to give her that kind of relief and that sort of comfort was just, I mean, it was amazing.
That's why we do what we do, right, Dr. Jeff? Because
Absolutely,
I mean, there's
absolutely. I
nothing
mean,
that brings us more joy than to get somebody who's been in pain for 6 years. Oh my God, that is beautiful. What a beautiful story.
yeah.
So let's talk about this technology because we have some people on that may not know much about how do we use them. They saw Gregory did a great job with the presentation and he talked about photo biomodulation, big word, right? So a lot of people don't quite understand how does this work? How long do I wear it? All those
Yeah.
kinds of.
Yeah. So I think the easiest way to describe it is a lot of people don't perceive that we emit light. So let me just kind of give you an example. Almost all of us have seen some sort of cool James Bond movie or special operative military movie where people use night vision goggles. And when you look in the distance and you're trying to observe the opposition, you see a silhouette of that person, but you see the red, yellow, and orange coloring. You don't actually see them themselves. So this night vision goggle technology is based upon the light that we emit. All right. So that is the infrared light that we are now repurposing back into the skin. And so there's so many different types of photobiomodulation, but the most primitive, right, is our experience with UV light. So I say all that to say that the patch is really a simplistically profound technology that simply takes that body heat and repurposes it back into the skin, all right? And physiologically, we are innately able to respond to that light. And so we have a very narrow visual spectrum. So we don't get to see all of the different types of light there are out there. But guys, they're there. And so this is one, you can feel somebody's body heat as a form of temperature, but you don't always get to see the light that's a part of that heat element. And so, yeah, we wear it for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. And I kind of think about that like a daytime and a nighttime experience. Each of the patches is designed to reflect a specific frequency of light. You know, X39 reflects one type of nanometer frequency, X49 a different one, glutathione a different one, carnosine a different one, right? And so that's the beautiful part about how to create all sorts of different interactions and protocols with the different patches. And we always emphasize X39. That's our show pony, our flagship rockstar, product. But each and every one of these products has a unique way that it influences the body to do something powerful. So that's the cool part to me.
Why remove it though for 12 hours?
Oh, well, we don't want you to get acclimated, right? So we tease all the time. You come home from a long day of work, you have one glass of wine, you feel relaxed and ready to go. Next thing you know, over the course of a couple of months, one glass of wine just doesn't do it anymore. You need more than one. Next thing you know, you're drinking the whole bottle. So we never want you to get acclimated to the patch. We want every time you apply it, the body says, wow, there's that frequency again. I want to produce this molecule. I want to respond to it. So if you give your body ample time to rest, that ensures that you'll always have a proper response to the frequency.
Beautiful. And what kinds of things should people do to really get the best benefit from this patch?
Well, I mean, we were so excited about this water machine that we got a chance to get a little bit of information about. But obviously, one of the biggest things, guys, is because you're revving up a lot of your biochemical cellular processes, it's important that you have certain minerals in place and a lot of water. Okay. So copper, zinc, and magnesium. Guys, magnesium, I read a book about magnesium. They say most people could be hooked up to a magnesium IV and still be deficient. So that's a huge element. We want to make sure that you're getting magnesium, zinc, and copper. But obviously, you want all of your 92 vitamins, minerals, and nutrients on a daily basis. So, I mean, I think it's important to say that this is not a fix or a circumvent for a healthy lifestyle. You want to make sure that you're eating a good diet, you're getting the proper minerals, you're getting healthy nutrition, you're hydrated, you're sleeping well, there's some form of physical exercise. All of these things are going to ensure that you get the optimal benefit from wearing the patches.
Great. Now, wearing them consistently is important too, right? Because if you only wear them once in a while, they won't do the trick.
And I think that is the most important part. I'm so glad you mentioned that because it's simply a travesty if you don't give the patches a chance to really work. And there's a lot of people who will say, oh, they didn't work for me, or oh, this is snake oil, some kind of placebo effect, or some whatever the negative things that somebody might say because they didn't experience the same pain relief that you did, or they didn't experience the same changes in their energy level that you did, or they didn't get the response that they felt like they should get. It's an easy way to kind of take the back door out by saying that it's not working for you. But in reality, if you haven't worn these patches for a year, you're doing yourself a disservice. And we say that you need at least 1 month for every decade you've been cruising around Earth. So for most of us, you need 4 to 6 months before you really make any sort of opinion about whether or not this is going to be valuable for you.
Who can wear the technology? Can kids wear it? I mean,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody can wear it. Anybody can wear this technology. It all works effectively for anyone. There's a couple of caveats, and we want to make sure we point those out. Some people have had disease develop and sort of issues prior to being introduced to the patch. So if you had an organ transplant and you're taking anti-rejection drugs, we're very cautious around that because rejection of an organ is a huge deal. We want to make sure to avoid that because the patches do create a very strong response in the immune system. So we want to make sure that we're careful with that. And also we encourage you, if you're actively going through chemotherapy treatment, we suggest that you don't wear X39, X49, those that influence gene expression. They're going to be counterintuitive to the nature of the chemotherapy drug.
Yeah, you and I were talking earlier today about, because again, you and I come from traditional medicine, and we've really shifted where we've gone. And we were talking about the importance. You mentioned lifestyle, but you were also talking about our thoughts and our mind and how that influences the results of our patches. Would you talk about that with the audience?
I sure will, because that's a big topic. So I think let's just break this down so we can kind of create some framework around the discussion. So we have our conscious mind, right? I'm speaking to you, everybody's listening. We're having a conscious discussion about what's going on. But there's another department of our mind that's called a subconscious mind. And it's really like a supercomputer. It does what you program it to do. So there's so much research, so much literature on programming the subconscious mind and how to fully develop the subconscious mind and what's capable, what's possible when your subconscious mind is in alignment with your conscious mind. And so my experience, February will be 5 years for me that I've been working professionally and personally with the patches. I've come to the realization that there's a direct correlation between what's happening with your subconscious mind and how quickly you see results with the patches. What do I mean by that? If you have a positive, optimistic outlook, if you've been searching for some remedy, some natural solution to an issue, and you bump into the patches and you say, wow, Eureka, this is it. I'm so excited. I can't believe that God, the universe, the Most High has put this in front of me. And I get the opportunity not only to impact my health in a positive way, but maybe also make some money while doing it and help other people. That motivation, that programming of the subconscious mind creates a relationship in the body where you start to really see results in a more effective manner versus if you come into a meeting or you come into the opportunity to learn more about the patches and you're skeptical and you're not really in the right mindset to appreciate that this technology is unbelievably valid. I mean, it's been validated on so many different levels, but you just can't perceive, your subconscious mind can't perceive that a little patch is capable of doing all of the things that happens. Then I noticed that those individuals, although it's still working, it just doesn't work as fast or as effectively as somebody who is a lot more positive and optimistic about what's plausible with the technology.
Beautifully said. And that reminds me of David Schmidt, our inventor, our CEO. He says, pray before applying the patches, right? And obviously a lot of people, have done that and really, have seen some great benefits doing that. So I love that. Thank you so much, Dr. Jeff. I want to let the audience know that if you go to YouTube and look up Dr. Jeff, MD, or ask Dr. Jeff, MD, you will
There you
find
go.
a lot of his YouTube clips and a lot of information there. So go check that out. I absolutely love chatting with you tonight, Dr. Jeff. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for being here with us. And that
I
back to you,
greatly
Gregory.
appreciate it as always. As always, this is an amazing program. And guys, I've been creating this content for almost 4 years now. So please take advantage of it. Definitely go check that out. At Ask Dr. Jeff MD is my YouTube channel. Please, by all means, take advantage of all the resources there. You can send them to your prospects. You can send them to people who are learning about how to leverage the technology effectively.
Well, thank you. I can't thank you both enough because you're both servant leaders, and I don't want to neglect telling people about Sunday evening. Ann Rowe, you and Connie Lucas on Ask Connie, is it ConnieZoom.com?
Right, ConnieZoom.com. On
Spell it.
Sunday evening, we do a doc talk, and we've
Mhm.
had over 500. This weekend, we had 555 people in attendance, and lots of our docs are there as well. And it's at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific time, conniezoom.com. So, join us, and it is a powerful, powerful place to come and hear about the technology, get some questions answered in the chat, and ability to learn a lot more about this technology. So thank you for that, Gregory.
Oh, thank you both. I learned a lot, and I'm sure everybody else did. So God bless you. Thanks for sharing tonight. And I'm going to go
Great.
ahead and share my screen again and shift us a little bit. As we say, we have hundreds and thousands of health practitioners around the world utilizing LifeWave patches with, on their own bodies, with their families and their patients and clients. And as a result, our company's grown over 20 times in the last 5 years since the launch of X39. We just celebrated our 20th anniversary, and we're coming up on the 6th anniversary of the launch of X39. The company grew from kind of a sleepy patch company back in the, up until 2015, 16, 17, 18, to just going into exponential growth. So let's talk a little bit about that. We've actually been dubbed the #1 company in direct selling, according to Direct Selling News, for having the last 4 years of substantial, consistent growth. And it's very exciting, and you'll be excited to get to know our founder and CEO and inventor, David Schmidt, who's really a pioneer in alternative health. So let's just talk briefly, how you could get involved and earn a little extra money and make a big difference in a lot of people's lives. And, LifeWave provides a great plan B in the gig economy. We need help to get the word out on our patented exclusive products, and there is no competition. We have a very simple, duplicatable success system. We have free websites, training, and support. There's a very low cost of entry and a satisfaction of being rewarded for making a difference in people's lives and health. So in addition to being a rock solid, debt-free 20-year-old company, we've got a very powerful compensation plan that generously pays out 50% of all the sales to the brand partners like ourselves, instead of to advertising, marketing, and CVS or Walgreens, where the products would probably just sit on the shelf. These products do everything but walk and talk, and that's what they need us for. And that's what we get compensated for, is telling people the good news about LifeWave. There's 5 different ways we earn. There's customer bonuses of 20 to 33%. There's product introduction bonuses when new brand partners join and buy one of our partner packs. There's binary bonus. There's a $50 cycle bonus on potentially infinite volume. 20 to 25% matching bonuses, plus wonderful trips, contests, and special bonuses, that just make this company so rewarding. So there are 3 ways to get started. Real briefly, you can start as a retail customer with X39. A month's supply is only $149.95 for a month's supply. Or you could become a preferred customer, which is a better way of getting started, and you get a 33% discount. So it's a $99.95 for a month's supply, or save $50, and that will get you enrolled in our auto ship subscription program. The good news is there's no long-term commitment. You can quit at any time. But like Dr. Jeff said, you really want to give it a chance. Many people get results within the first minutes, first few days, first few weeks, but the results are cumulative. And after you've been with the product for a few months, you'll be amazed at the results you're having. The good news is we have an unconditional, risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. I like to say the best way to get started is a brand partner where you can get paid for sharing. And we say we're in the sharing and caring business. We love telling people about this breakthrough and sharing the benefits that they can be derived from trying our products. You can earn a part-time income like thousands and tens and hundreds of thousands of people around the world do, or a full-time income. It's up to you. There's an opportunity to earn generous personal and team rewards. We get paid weekly for our sales and our organizational overrides. We have 3 brand partner starter kits available, and the person that invited you here tonight can explain them to you and help you make your best choice. And they come too also with a risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. So in conclusion, I just want to play another short little video to just kind of anchor it all in with you here today.
A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before. With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science. At longevity. At exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave.
So are you ready to power on with LifeWave? I need to tell you, for my wife, Robin, and I, LifeWave has been an absolute answer to a prayer. Every day we get to hear miracle stories. Every day we have an opportunity to enhance and change people's lives. And every day we and thousands of others around the world are enjoying the blessings of health, vitality, lifestyle, community, and financial freedom LifeWave provides us. So the next steps, first, I just want to say thank you for joining us here today and invite you to get back with the person who invited you, get your questions answered, and commit to try X39 with our risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. You've got nothing to lose and your health to gain. And you too could start enjoying an enhanced quality of life, changing the trajectory of your aging and possibly the trajectory of your finances too. So we invite you to join us to share the good news about LifeWave and join our global wellness community. So this brings our presentation this evening to a close. So again, thank you very much for joining us with the power of the patch, and get back with the person who invited you. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.